Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and today we're back working from my idea box because that's the turn of this week. The reason is it's the idea box turn. It's I did the to-do box last time, I believe, in a couple of weeks ago. So I've pulled out a couple of little pockets that I thought would be quite sweet in our 50s journal. So I'm still working on that ephemera, even though we haven't really made the journal yet, but I'm working towards it. I thought we'll just keep making bits of ephemera. When the time comes, there should be loads to go in there, shouldn't there? Hopefully. So this is the pocket I'm going to start with. I don't know how far I'll get. If we manage to make these two pockets and it doesn't take too long, I've got another little, some funky little tuck spots I might want to make, but who knows if we get that far. Probably not. So this was a pocket inspired by Dee Dee Farago, and it was from her Bees series, just says Bees, in 2023. So it was made quite a while ago, but I really like it. It's a sweet little pocket, and so that's the kind of final result, or decorated. And I made it, and I think she must have done the same, using book page. And you just need two pieces. You need your back piece and this piece that you use for the pocket. So I've got sort of kind of like work in progress. So you start with that piece, which is like a small, like a fat tag really. And then you use this to do fold these back to make the little kind of collar effect. So I think I'm going to do mine a little bit differently in that I'm going to use book page, but not then cover it. I'm going to kind of put the two together to start off with. So that's what I feel like I want to do. Speed things up a bit that way. And I've still got quite a lot of these. These are the backing papers that I'm using for the journal. So they're on the backs of a lot of the journal pages. But I'm using these mostly to make my ephemera, because they will go nicely in there and I can decorate them up, and the colours are all nice and varied. So I think for this pocket I've decided to do blue and yellow. I did want to use it. I don't think I've used a lot of yellow, but I was trying to decide which one to use for the background, whether to do that in the background or do it that way round. I'm half inclined to do it that way round actually. I was going to do it with the yellow in the background, but I think I might use the yellow in the front because it'd be easy to decorate, won't it? So what I want to do, I've got a couple of pieces of book page. This is really quite nice thick book page. I've no idea when it's from or anything, but it's a nice quality page. So I thought I could, if I cut this to the size I want, the width of the pocket, and then I'll glue some of this paper on it and we'll cut it all in one go. That's the plan. So I think, so the pocket I made, this one, I want it to be a bit bigger than this. This one is, it's it's about 3 3/4, just a touch over 3 3/4 wide, and how tall? It's 5 inches tall. So I thought I might make it just a little bit wider and just maybe 5.5 inches tall. So I think that's what I'll cut the paper to, and they both need to be the same size. So actually I could do, I've got two pages here, so I might cut them both at the same size at the same time, and then hopefully the two pieces of the pocket will line up. So I'm just going to cut that edge off, and then we'll cut it to, what did I say I was going to do? I think 4 1/4 I think is the width I'd like to do. 4 1/4. And then I think 5.5, which, I mean, it's going to be approximate because this one doesn't obviously go, only marks it to 5, which is there. So if I do it to about there, I think that's probably about right. I can always trim it down a bit more. So this is just hopefully a slightly speeded up way of doing it by gluing the book page to the paper at the beginning and just making it like that. So do I want this way? So if I go for that's that one, if I make this the background piece, put that on there like that. Don't think it matters which way around these go, really. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to use glue stick because it'll just all curl up, so I'm going to use this glue. And glue it on. Hopefully that's going to be, I think it'll be sturdy enough with just gluing it on here. I do now use 100 GSM copy paper instead of the 80 that I always used to use. It's not super thick or anything, it's just a little bit sturdier than the 80. I do notice a difference. Just feels a little bit stronger. So that's what this is printed in, I think. Unless I printed these before I started using the new paper. That is always possible, actually, because a lot of things I printed and have been using were actually printed before I changed my paper. So it's possible that some these are not all as thick as I would like. So yeah, try and get my words out when I'm trying to do this and get its glue on straight. Okay, let's get the spread and try and get it as smooth as I can, although the bottom bit won't really show because it'll be hidden behind the pocket, as long as the top bit looks okay. Let's cut that out. Does make it a bit wet, I know, but it's not curling up. So that's when I started going through my idea box, there were a few things I'd quite like to make. There always are. But I thought, there's no way I'm going to get more than 2 pockets made in one session. Be lucky if I get those 2 made, to be honest. Knowing me. Try and smooth that out. Maybe I'll turn it. Maybe that's the better way up. Hopefully when it dries it'll look a little smoother. Okay, so that's the background pocket, and then I want to do the front piece, which is going to go here. I'm going to, what size do I want that? So it's the same width. I think I want it to about, I want a decent size pocket, not too big. Okay, we'll go to about there. This is not exact, I'm not measuring now, I'm just kind of do it where I think it would be good. Then you've got to take, now maybe I'll bring it up a bit because we are going to fold a bit back, aren't we? There. So now I'm going to use my yellow polka dot and glue that on. Right, so what we want to do, if I put that way up, fold this down, it'll be the right way, yes. Okay, so I've got to find the centre of my, so it was 4 1/4, so it'd be 2 1/8 be the middle. So if I mark that and do a little snip to about there. And then we just fold back. That's not big enough. Fold that back. And then we fold this piece back. Try to match how far we fold it. It's cracking a bit, which I hadn't realised it would do that, but I think when I've inked it, it'll be okay. So we will need to ink the edges of the collar bit. Oh, sorry, so I'm reaching across. Just getting my vintage photo. So I'm going to ink that. And ink those edges. Whoop. That's it. And so I'll just cut the tag shape on the other piece and we can put it together. And then we'll decorate. So that will go on here like that. Actually, I just want to trim this off at the side here because I've got a little bit of book page sticking out, which on this occasion we don't really want. Just a tiny bit. Make sure this lines up. Yeah, it will line up. I just need to ink it a bit, I think, to make this edge disappear. Oh, I'll do my corners. I used this old card that I've cut different size corners on, and I'm pretty sure this was the one I used. This was the corner I used for the other pockets. That one. Always when you glue bits of paper together, when you first start using it, they feel a bit wet and a bit floppy. But then when it dries, it stiffens up nicely usually. I think it should be fine. It's not as thick as the other one because I've only got one layer of book page instead of two. Okay, now I can finish inking. Okay, and this is all inked. Let's have a look. See how that looks on there. So that's all good. So I'm just going to glue these two pieces down, I think. It's a really simple pocket. It's just got quite a sweet look to it, and actually quite a lot looking at some of the images, quite a lot of dresses did have a collar in that time. And then we'll glue the pocket down. that's ended up wider than the other one, than the background. I'll just have to trim that off a little bit. Oops. It's not a problem. So you could do what I've done here, and just kind of get some book pages done, ready to glue together, and then cover them when you've got the papers you want to use. I just thought I'd do it all in one go with this one, as I knew which ones I wanted to use. So I have got a slightly bigger pocket and quite a small collar, but that's the way it works out sometimes. I think I was a bit restrained because this was starting to crack. I could have made them a bit bigger, but I think it's fine. Now I've got a collection of different ephemera pieces. One of them is with the CraftCat kit, the 1950s places. This also was part of the kit. I don't think I showed it to you before, and I wondered if one of these ladies would fit, because they're rather lovely. I thought the colours were good on here. I'm going to try this one because she's oriented the right way. I don't know if she's going to be a bit big. She's rather lovely there, but I don't know if she's going to fit. Or I shouldn't have glued that down, should I? Because now I could have tucked her underneath. I do like her, but I don't think she's going to work on here, unfortunately. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So I'll see if I've got a little lady. I've got a few other little bits and pieces here that I've cut out from one of the other kits, which might work. Yeah, a few bits here that might work. Something like that, because the colours are good. Yeah, let's have a look, see if I've got any small ladies that would fit, but I'm not sure if they come small enough. Sometimes they do. Let's have a look. No, the colour's not right. Let's see. Nope. Sometimes the small ones are just not small enough. She's quite nice. Colour-wise, she works very well. Nope. No, these will all be too big. These are the Joey Cardmaker ones. I've still got space at the back of my book, so I'm going to put those other ones in here as well. Then they'll all be together. So I don't think I've got another one that would work as well. This is probably too big. Yeah, don't think that's quite right. Okay, we'll try cutting her out. Right, let's do that. Let's cut this little lady out. Okay, she's lost the heel of her shoe. They all seem to be wearing these little kitten heels, which are quite tricky to cut round. Not going to worry about that too much. This one is too big. I've got a lot of the ephemeras in different sizes. And that one is a bit big. So maybe this one. Advertising the night ball. That one? No. Well, I do like this. No. There, maybe. Planning a night out. She's got a platform ticket to go and meet her friend off the train. She's going to buy some tickets. And then she's just going to punch out that little hole. I know this seems a bit large, just to punch a tiny hole like that, but they use it to call it using a hammer to crack a nut, but that's what I need to use. Oh, look. Must have printed that on something that I didn't need. So I think I need a little bit of lace. Let's see, I've got some little scraps here. I've got a little scrap here, that might work quite nicely. Might use the bit that hasn't got the flowers on. No, it's bothering me. I'm going to have to cut that little bit. She's got this little curl, flick up in her hair, and it's a bit tricky to cut round, but otherwise it just does this white bit sticking out the side of her head. Just going to see if I can guess. She's going to lose her flick if I'm not careful. I managed to just get that tiny bit of white off. So we've got tickets. I'm going to just ink these a bit. Tickets on sale. And just going to trim that bit off a bit. That's a bit wide. Right, let's glue those down. it. I want to just do something with this because I feel like she's got her dress for the dance hanging on it on a mannequin already. I was just thinking, this bit of lace was just sort of dangling. I wonder if that would just go through that little hole. We can but try. Sure I will. Just not with my fingers. I'll just give it a poke. There we are. And just tie that. Kind of finishes that little tag off. I was wondering what to do with that. And then that little bit of lace said, use me. I'm handy. I'll fit. Yeah. Only thing is, it's a bit fiddly. I'm not good at fiddly. You may have noticed that. Fiddly is not my forte. I've seen other people saying, oh, I don't like fiddly things, and then do amazingly fiddly things, and it looks fantastic. But, oh well, I've got it done. That's at least something. It's on there. There we are. And that's kind of hanging out over there. It looks a bit lost, doesn't it? Maybe it needs something behind it as well. I've got a little something I can put behind there. Oh, I've got a bigger one. Ooh, what's this? This is a menu. I wonder if that would go on there. How big is that? Might just be the right size for my punch. Line it up. Dinner, shrimp cocktail, Brockles special salad, and then a choice of fillet of halibut, broil, and tenderloin of something or other. Yes, it's not the whole menu. It's not the whole thing. It's a little snapshot of the menu. So you can't read it all. Could I put that? Is that going to be just too many things on here now? I think it might be. Gosh, they've got these tags in all sorts of sizes. And I think I might just pop that right there. Like that. Not fuss with it. And I'm sure you could do something clever, dangle it and stuff, but I'm not that clever. I'd have to think about it for half an hour before I could figure out what to do. And we don't have that, do we? Right, and I think I'd like to put something across the top here. A bit of lace, I think. Perhaps this paler one would work on there, I don't know. Is it too green? Oop. No, that's not quite right. It's not quite right. I think I'm better off with a white or something like that. I think I lost the pin for the other piece, for this one. Sort that out. This one. Too white. Got this one. This is a bit more of an ivory. No, I don't like that either. Oh dear, it's one of those. I have to put the pins back in after. Let's find what I want. Alright, I've got these. This is quite a good colour wise because it's almost a yellow. It's quite a yellowy, creamy colour. I'm thinking I could just cut a piece of that. Or even wrap it around the top. Let's try that. I can either cut it or wrap it. I think I might do that, just wrap it round. Trim that corner off as well. There we go. Okay, I think that's the pocket done, I think. So that's one for our 50s journal. Right, so I'd started work on the next pocket. This pocket. And I thought the camera was turned on, but it wasn't. I haven't got very far, I have to tell you. Don't worry. I really haven't got very far. But this is the pocket I want to make. This is from a Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah Mass Make Extra Time, which she did. I know she did it in the early part of it was either the beginning of, or just after Christmas, either this year or the year before. Can't remember when, I haven't written the year. But it was her Extra Time Mass Make number 2. And it's a little pocket based around a 7-inch circle. And I thought it was really sweet. And I just popped it in my idea box. And I thought, well, let's make that today. Should be quite straightforward. So all you've missed me doing is cutting out the circle. Still using the same papers, and I will link all the papers that I'm using the kit below the video. And this time I've printed it on both sides because it's going to be folded up. And I've just done myself a cardboard. Well, it's not card. It's some basil cardstock, some white. I've got sheets and sheets and sheets of this 12 by 12 cardstock. When I had to clear, when I was tidying up, I couldn't believe how much of this stuff I had. So I thought I really need to start using it. So I've just done myself a template with one sheet. And all I did was go around my kitchen with my ruler, measuring my plates and my bowls, and I've ended up finding a bowl that was about the right size. So all we need to do with this, and I'm hoping I'm going to get it right, so I might use this as a guide, is to try and fold it in, but evenly on both sides. So one on that side, and one on that side, so that it looks about the same. Is it even straight? Need to fold it roughly straight, I think, would be good. At least this background paper has got kind of, the little flowers are sort of in lines, so it should give me an idea whether I'm folding it straight, which sure I am. Not sure I am, but no, that doesn't look even, does it? That one, maybe that's come in too far. That's better. It doesn't look right at the top. It looks about the same here. Maybe it's this one that's not straight now. So that now is straight. I knew this folding would be the bit that challenged me, to getting it to look the same at the top. Yeah, I think we're about there. And then you open it out. And this is pretty simple. It's a very simple little pocket, but it's really sweet. I really liked it. And then you just fold this up however far you think you need to make it into a little pocket. There. And then you've got that and that, like that. So yes, it does look more or less the same as the other one. I'm still not sure about how even this is here. It's not perfect. In the end, we strive for perfect, but we never quite manage it. Well, I certainly don't. So then we've just got to cut off our little... No, we don't. Do we cut them off? I think we do. What do we do? What do we do? Do we cut them off or no? No, we don't. We just go up the... We just cut up the fold. We don't cut anything off. Just cut up the fold to the join on both sides. You can even see the fold on this side. So then that folds up, that comes in, and that comes in, and that's not central. Ugh. Okay, try again. better. I think that might be a bit... That looks a little... still doesn't look quite right. It's not quite right. I don't know what's going on. There. So now the fold is in the wrong. Just trim off that little bit. Yeah, I knew before I started that this was going to be the bit that would challenge me. Getting this fold right so that it was even both sides. I think that's as close as I'm going to get. And then you just tuck these little bits around and it holds everything together. And just glue that down. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to glue it down and then it's done. And then we'll just decorate it up a little bit. Once you tuck those round, everything's held into place. I don't know if there's anywhere else that needs gluing. I don't remember, because I haven't glued anything, so I knew how it all went together on my little prototype, and I don't think I made one. So, yeah, the whole thing is, you can then, see if we take these lovely pieces by Amy, and also I've got a couple of these little bits. Let's find a largish one. What have I got in here I could use? There are all so many different sizes. I mean, that's not really quite what I want, but the idea is you can tuck some things in here and then you can have a card, something behind here. So you could really load these up. And I'm just wondering what I could put. So I might just put, I've got one of these that would be the right orientation. I might put her in here. She's rather nice. She can go in there, and then I want some bits and pieces. I don't know if I've got any suitable little bits to just tuck in here. I'm sure I've got some tickets and things in my general ephemera. I was just sort of just pop a few things in so you can see. They do kind of tuck in. I mean, I will do a better job, find some more suitable things, but that's kind of the idea. And I might back this, make it a bit more sturdy. It's on reasonably thick paper, but it could do with being a bit more sturdy. So that can go in there, and I'll make that into a proper journal card. And I've got a few bits tucked in there. And I don't really think, because the paper's quite pretty, I don't feel I need to add any extra decoration to this, really. I might put a little something on there, I don't know. But yeah, so that's our little pocket. I'll link it all up and everything, but I probably should have done that before I folded it, but I was just so focused on getting it folded correctly that I didn't really think to ink. So may have a couple of minutes. All I was thinking, while I was going to sort of show you, I don't know if you've seen, every Saturday Tina from Shabba Dabba Doodah doing a scrap busting video. I haven't watched them all, I've watched a couple, but I have seen that a lot of things she's using, these are old card making kits by a company called Kanban. I don't know if you guys have ever had stuff from there, especially if you're in the UK. I think they're a UK company, or were. I don't even know if they still exist. But it turned out I had a few as myself. Some Kanban stuff I bought, I think, from a shopping channel that I used to watch quite a lot. called Create and Craft. I don't know if it's still going. I don't watch that kind of thing anymore. And I had a whole load. I mean, I have just pulled out a few papers, because some of them they're like punch-out pieces. And I had about 4 folders like this. I've actually got them in a bag ready to take to my craft club, see if anybody wants them, because we donate stuff. And I thought I'd see. I think there are a few card makers there that might find them useful. But I thought some of these papers, well, they're quite thick. They're cardstock. So this is the company Kanban. It's really thick cardstock. I saw Tina actually was doing one this morning where she made very similar cardstock like this into a folio. I don't really want to do that, but I thought the colours are quite good with this kit, with this journal. I thought some of these colours would go quite well. It's quite pretty colours, soft peachy pinks, soft warm pinks is what we've got on quite a few papers. So I wondered if I could just use my circle punches and make a kind of little tuck spotty things. I thought we'd try it. Why not? An odd scrap here, because if it doesn't work out. I've got some cardstock. I can also, I think they'd make some quite nice tag bases because they're really very sturdy. So I would also quite like to do that, especially with the papers that do work quite well with this kit. I mean, I've kept some of these ones as well. I don't know if they'd go with this kit, but I just love them, especially that one. I just love it. So I've just kept those. I've just kept a few that I love, and the rest are being donated. Well, as if anybody wants them, and they may not. I know I punched out another one here. Another circle. I've got a bigger punch as well. And there's even a sheet. Well, they've got these sort of flowers. Don't know if they're the right colours actually. No, maybe not. So I'm going to try. You see I thought, I mean, I'm sure I've seen this done. I need another one. Where's my other sheet? So this is one of the sheets, and this has all got these. It's got punch out bits. This has got a big scallopy base. I suppose you use this on the base of your card. If you're making a greetings card, you could use this. I don't know. It seems quite large. Not quite sure what it's meant to be. I'm just going to pull it out. So we've got that. You could, this would be quite good in scrapbooking as a mat and layer type thing, but I'm just going to punch out a couple of circles. And I've got another piece here that I might do a smaller circle. Is that going to fit? No. Well, maybe we'll try and make one up and see how it looks. I think I need another. Do I need another colour? I've got this piece. Let's do that one. Piece of that. And I'll do a smaller one. Alright. I already did one of those, didn't I? Okay. You probably think, what on earth is she doing? And it's just really because I've been keeping these papers because they're so pretty for years and years, and never quite managed to get rid of them because I like them. but also I never knew what to do with them because they're very thick. So not easy to fold or make into things, but I thought, well, maybe I could do some sort of... Just had this thought because I've seen other people do this kind of thing where you take some circles, or any shape really, and you kind of shape them, make it into like a little tuck spot. You could put it on the edge of a page, on the corner or something. Don't know. Let's try it. Let's just see what's there. What's lost? Nothing's lost. But then if it works, just something different to go in my journal. So as often happens, just as I get started on something new, battery died. So I had to just quickly change that. Let's see, I glued that one, didn't I? I think I might want that one up there. And this one. I'm trying to work out how best to make it into a little tuck. Would that work? I've got a journal page just handy here, so something like that. Oh, let's just try gluing and see. I've no idea what I'm doing really. I thought I'll just try and play with some circles and see what I can come up with. Choose this one. Look up there like that. Let's just have a look. So, got a journal page here. So, if I wanted to make this into a little, whoops, that one's not glued on, that's all right, into a little corner tuck. So I'll put it on like that, and I could always have it going over the edge a little bit and trim it so it would tuck right up to the edge. Trim the sides, and then where'd that little journal card go that I had? There's one. So then, I mean, look how pretty that is on there. And that could just tuck in like that. So that's my thinking. Something like that. I quite like that. I don't know, I just think the colours go quite well there. So yeah, do something like that. And I might do one to go in the top corner, maybe a smaller one, just because I've punched out a few more. These are all the same, aren't they? Let's see if I can punch one more, and I think we'll call it a day. Does that colour work? Not really. I've got this paper. Oh, I like it. Another one with the big punch out in. I think we'll try this and see if there's any other things I can come up with. But I do think they'll make quite good. Oh, I haven't done a very good job. What on earth did I do? Oh, I see. I didn't go in far enough. Let's just make sure I don't end up with a weird edge. I've completely lost track of time, so I do hope I haven't gone way over. Okay, this will be my last thing. Yeah, like that. Glue was here. There it is. And I'll just do that. And put that there. We've got a little up tucky thingy. I'm just going to put them in my... Oh gosh, look at this. The pin that I use for my glue has stuck itself to the paper on my pocket. Okay, can't see it. Good. Okay, so one weird one and a spare. I might just glue somewhere. Anyway, we've still got another little kind of corner tucky thing, and I've got that one. So yeah, I'm just inspired to try and use my stuff by Tina doing her scrap busting. I don't think I've busted very much scrap, at least not yet, but I do think these would, some of these papers, look how pretty that is. I could use these to make some tag bases, even if I don't use them for this journal. They'd make good tags because they're so sturdy, so that's what I might do. Anyway, so that's these. That's what we've made. They weren't from my idea box, but they were kind of in my head. Made this little pocket and this little pocket. So that's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you'll have a go at doing some of these. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.